Oh hey, it's Burger and Friday and we're about to serve you up some fitness. Alright, it's time to heat things up. Your warm-up today starts with a 4-minute flow of the following. We're going to start in our stomach. We're going to do 5, 5, 5, I, Y, T. So I'm here, I's, Y's, T's, squeezing my shoulder blades together in every rep. And then from here, I'm also going to do 5 prone swimmers. So, touch my hands in front of my head, and then behind my back. And then we're going to do 5 push-up to pull through. So I'm going to do a push-up, and then I'm going to pull my head through here, get a nice stretch. I end up in like a downward dog or like pike position. And then I'm going to do 5 of those. Okay? And we're going to do those 3 movements for 4 minutes. Following that, you're going to do 2 rounds of the following. We're going to do 5 karate chop stretch on each side. So I karate chop across my body, drop my weight onto my shoulder, get a nice stretch there, doing 5 on each side. And then we're going to do 5 slow push-ups. All right, nice and controlled. Elbows tight to my body, chest all the way down, push up nice and controlled, full lockout. I can scale to my knees as well. All right, so 4-minute flow and do 2 rounds of those 2 movements. And that's your warm-up today. Nothing makes you strong like flipping burgers. Ooh. A new angle, perspective on my apartment. We'll be using this door behind me for some stuff. All right? Straight today, 10-minute EMOM, you have 3 options. Option 1, if you have, say, a pull-up bar in a doorway, or if you want to use an actual door, you're going to do 1 to 5 strict pull-ups. All right? Say you don't have that available, option number 2 is a towel row. I have a towel. I've taken a rubber band, wrapped around the top to create like a little stopper here. All right? So I'm going to loop this over the door. That stopper's on the inside. I close the door nice and tight. All right? Okay? Then you tug on it a little bit to make sure it's closed. And I'm going to do some rows with the towel. When you do this, don't bring your feet all the way to the door just yet. Make sure you test the waters a little bit here, right? So I'm here, I'm leaning back, I pull, and I squeeze. If I want to make it harder and I trust my door, I bring my feet closer. I can also make it more difficult by adding a tempo. So say I lower myself down slowly or squeeze to the top of every rep, all right? So those are some options for your 5 towel row reps. Final option, either you don't have a pull-up bar, or you do not feel comfortable with this option, which is very understandable. You're going to do 10 bent over rows. I'm here, hinge at my hip, boom, neutral head, and squeeze my elbows to my side, 10 reps. And those are your 3 options for your strength today. Let's get after it. Ha! Things are about to get spicy. Right, today's conditioning is 4 rounds of 12 power snatch, 24 straight leg sit-ups, and 36 wall balls. We're going to talk about each movement individually and talk about the scaling options that we have available for those, especially pertaining to the equipment that you have on hand. All right, 12 power snatch. If you have a barbell, awesome. Load it to a weight that you can actually push to maybe go unbroken on those 12 reps. If you do not have a barbell, another 2-armed option is maybe using an odd object. So I have my weighted backpack here, chest up, and I explode this weight over my head. You may also do this single arm, right, with a kettlebell or dumbbell, right? And if the weight's on the heavier side, you could do 6 on each side to equal 12 reps. However, it's on the lighter side, you guys could do 24 reps total, doing 12 on each arm. All right? So those are your power snatch options. Your straight leg sit-up, I'm just doing a sit-up on the floor, but my legs are straight out front. I'm going to think about trying to touch my toes as I come up. So I go back, and then I come up, and then reach for those toes, really crunching those abs there. So 24 straight leg sit-ups. And then our last movement is our 36 wall balls. So if you have a wall ball available, awesome, let's use it. If not, we're going to do a thruster with either an odd object. So I'm here, chest up, squat, and press. Or I could do it with a single kettlebell or dumbbell as well. Right, holding that goblet position, squat, and press. Okay, so those are your options. One more time in the run through. We have 12 power snatches, 24 straight leg sit-ups, 36 wall balls or goblet thrusters. And you do that for 4 rounds, and that's your conditioning today. There's no better accessory to a burger than cheese. Alright, our accessory is 3 sets of the following. First, we have 10 reverse flies plus a 10-second hold. Alright, you want to use a lightweight? I'm going to use my cans of garbanzo beans, which are great for accessory work, but probably terrible for burgers. Alright, I'm going to hinge in my hips. Boom. Neutral head. Alright, I start down here. I'm going to think about squeezing my shoulder blades together. Not my traps, my shoulder blades. And then I'm coming up 10 times. And then that last rep, I'm holding and squeezing for 10 seconds. Alright. Next movement, we're going to do 10 hip thrusts with a 10-second hold as well. Alright, so I'm going to elevate my shoulders. Ideally, I'm using like maybe a couch swing, something a little bit higher than this. I'm going to think about bringing my hips up and squeezing my butt. And on that 10th rep, I'm going to hold and squeeze for 10 seconds like we did for those flies. Right? Really focus on squeezing that butt. If I want to make this more difficult, I can add weight, putting it in my lap. Via kettlebell, I can use my weighted backpack and do the same thing. Okay? So you're doing those 2 movements 3 times for your accessory work. Alright, I think this burger's done. Alright, mobility time. Mobility is 2 minutes of an elevated child's pose. So I'm going to elevate my hands here, right? I'm going to think about pushing my head towards the floor, getting a nice stretch in the shoulders and pecs. 2 minutes there, and then I'm going to do a 1-minute doorway stretch each side. So doorway stretch, I'm going to bring my hand to my doorway right here, to the wall. I'm going to have a slight elbow bend. My hand's going to be about head level, a little bit higher. I'm just going to rotate my body and get a nice stretch through here. Right? So I don't want complete lockout. I also don't like a 90-degree angle. Just a slight bend in my elbow as I do this stretch. So 1 minute each side there, and that completes your mobility on this Burger and Fry Day. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed your Burger and Fry Day. Don't forget your hashtags. Burger and Friday, Coach Gunner, leave me in quarantine. That's it for us today. We'll see you tomorrow. Say bye-bye, Gunner.
Bye-bye.